Welcome to the Community Spotlight, brought to you by Community Publishing in partnership with ENTErtainment. We will be bringing you community-based information and entertainment from your local artists and community members. Community Publishing is dedicated to creating an alternative, independent media outlet. Today, our airwaves are saturated with commercial corporate media companies that often own 4 or 5 media outlets in one city or town. The Community Spotlight is our venue for promoting local artists and community members that are contributing to the vitality of our community. CommunityPublishing.org is our home base. At CommunityPublishing.org, you'll find the Community Spotlight, as well as multimedia blog articles from local folks like you and I. You'll also find our multimedia books that support local artists while promoting literacy. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and Pinterest. We appreciate your support and thank you for tuning in. Community Publishing, from the community, for the community. Welcome back to the Community Spotlight. I'm here with my first guest, Dan Garduno, a local musician, grower, glassblower. Dan, you're originally from California. Can you talk to us about your...
Yeah, I was born there and raised when I was a child. Basically moved out here, I guess when I was like 13 or something. And started playing guitar about 15 years old here and learned into my freshman year and just started writing music around that point, and
very cool.
From there it's evolved a lot.
And we are going to hear some of your music here today, but talk to me really quick about your influences and how you got into music in the first place.
I would probably give that to my mom. Growing up, I'm listening to vinyl and hearing a lot of like Motown, growing up with Motown, growing up with the
R&B.
Beatles. Yeah, a lot of R&B, a lot of old music, you know, Beatles, Steve Miller Band, Lionel Richie, you know, things
Right.
like that. And I don't know, I guess I listen to a lot of soul, and so I guess a lot of my music now has a lot of soul,
Marvin Gaye, stuff like that.
Yeah, something, I guess so. But then I also, after a while, I picked up some Bob Marley and got into some reggae and learned about Peter Tosh and got into like Steel Pulse, and so a lot of my music went from like that old soulful stuff, and also I had a days with like Alice in Chains and Metallica
Right.
and Guns N' Roses and like
All that
know,
stuff
Pearl
from
Jam,
the 90s,
Nirvana.
right? The grunge and stuff
right.
we
And so
were
it just
growing up on.
all my, I don't know, my music is all over the place. When we play, we have a variety of songs, and you know, just it's like a big old mixture of soup.
Yeah.
Everything just all in one pot,
Yeah.
you know.
And tell us the name of your band.
Well, currently my band's ENTErtainment. Started that in 2004, right after our band Chronic Logic. We had disbanded and kind of went separate ways in separate states.
And what is Element 37?
Well, on the periodic table, it's rubidium,
Oh.
which the letters are RB, which is pretty cool. Rhythm and blues,
Yeah.
R&B. But the number 37, it's basically followed me.
Right.
The guy who taught me how to blow glass
It's like numerology,
back in
maybe?
95, he I don't know what it's something. Yeah, I mean, I do follow numerology now, but the number itself, I don't know. People follow different numbers,
Right.
444, 1111, 222. Like people have certain numbers that, you know, are lucky numbers to them, 3, 7,
Right.
10, whatever. So my friend, he told me it's all 37. It's everywhere.
Right.
I'm like, what do you mean, man? He's all, watch, you're gonna start seeing 37. And so that's the guy who taught me how to blow glass back in 95, right out of high school. And
So it's all serendipitous, right? One thing leads to the other, revolving around the number 37.
It's been a huge journey, I guess, where it all is like linked up, and
Right.
it's all now adding up and making sense.
Okay, and so, you know, there's different genres of music, like you were mentioning before. I hate to classify things because, you know, things
Right.
sort of move around, and they can go from hip-hop to rock to heavy metal, like, really quick. What would you call your music?
Well, Element 37, we have a message where we're trying to just teach consciousness. We're trying to get it out there of, you know, not letting the bullies in the government basically bulldoze over us and
Right.
create laws and change things behind the curtain, through Congress, and without even allowing us any kind of any input or any the knowledge of what's going on and what they're trying to present and what they're trying to pass. And so I guess our message and our music, we would be classified as like revolutionary rock, or
Right.
but we also have a reggae undertone, so a lot of people call us reggae rock.
Right.
But not every song is reggae, and it's definitely not like your standard. It's not Bob Marley. It's not Still Pulse. It's not.
Right.
I don't know. It's got a little bit more of an edge, a rockiness to it. So.
Right. And I noticed in your music, what really stands out for me is there's like this blues kind of passion in your voice and in the music, and so we're gonna hear a clip right now.
Waking up in Oahu, start of a brand new day, surrounded by the ocean side. There's no way you can run away. Why would you wanna leave this paradise? If I had my way, I'd stay. Just sip out my guitar and my pipe, and I promise to make my way. Ooh, I found paradise, catching my first waves. Ooh, the ocean feels so nice, and the clouds are my escape. Waking up in Waikiki.
That was really cool, Dan. I really enjoyed that. Tell us a little bit more about that clip. What was going on?
Well, that was Element 37. That's me and my band. We basically have become the official band here in Albuquerque to represent the March Against Monsanto. And they're basically, going against GMOs and, against trying to get rid of Monsanto, basically. A lot of countries have already banned them and removed them out of their country. And I don't understand why we haven't yet. So that's what March Against Monsanto
and that's
is,
a really good point. Can you let us know a little bit why some people who might not know about GMOs and Monsanto, give us a little background really quick?
All right, well, Monsanto was created, I believe, in 1908 or 1913, and a lot of people don't even understand they've been around for this long. They're the companies that created Agent Orange. They're the companies that are now producing Roundup, and they're basically trying to get everyone to use their product to disease their plants. It's basically, they're mutating the immune systems of the plants to where they can't create their own seeds. You can't grow a seed that's been GMO laden. If it has anything that had to do with the GMOs or Monsanto crops, you can't.
And what is their objective? Is to corner the market or create a monopoly?
Well, there's a lot of ideas on what it's about. He who controls the food supply controls the world.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's all that deep and hardcore. A lot of people believe that it is. It's basically cornering the market, though, and they have patented a seed and are planting next to farms, which then cross-pollinate over their farms, and then they go in and they sue the farmers and basically take their land from them.
Right.
So then they are just taking over land to grow more GMO food.
GMO food. Right.
And it's getting ridiculous. We're also having problems with water now, and with Nestle taking over the water rights and selling them to China, draining the Great Lakes, which not many people know about.
Right. It's like our human rights to food and water and those are
And
gradually
air
being taken
supply,
away.
like now they're
Right.
taking away our air supply and
Yeah.
chemtrails everywhere.
And I know, you know, you've been an activist for a while. I actually met you, well, I know you from a while ago, but we worked together at the Rail Yards Market, which
Right,
is
right.
also that
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
a great
idea
place.
of bringing people together, local vendors, growers, natural
Right.
stuff that's sourced in New Mexico, and you're a big part of that. And how did you get involved with
Yeah,
that?
well, one of the persons who spearheaded it and helped to get all of it going was Priscilla Garcia, a good friend of mine, and she introduced me or invited me to be her personal assistant, basically, help with running whatever needed to be done. And during that time, I ended up helping out with the trash, and we had a compost bin and recycling bin and a trash bin. And so as we were going and making sure that everything was nice and clean and well kept, I started going through and collecting bottles.
Right.
And basically, I'm all about upcycling and trying to keep my own trash and refuse out of the landfills.
Right.
I've had challenges where, let's see if you can go longer than me and not put your trash can out on the curbside for 4 months. I did that for 4 months because I had such minimal trash
Mm-hmm.
that I didn't have to put it out every week. So it was 4 months later, and I would love to see if anyone else could do it, or try to
that's,
live a zero waste
pretty
lifestyle.
amazing, because when you think
You know?
about how much stuff you put in the dumpster, right? Your average person,
Right. I mean, just
roll it out
junk
to the
mail
street.
alone.
Yeah.
I mean, if you collected all that junk mail
Mhm.
and just had a box set aside for just paper and cardboard, you can put that aside, and then you can turn it into alternative billing. You can upcycle the paper.
Yeah.
Like this block here is actually made out of paper. This is papercrete.
Right.
And it's basically paper that's been shredded, water added to it, so then it turns into a pulp again, and it looks like oatmeal. And then you
feels
mix
pretty
that.
hard.
Yeah, it's lighter than cement, but you don't use the aggregate. You don't use the sand or the rocks to hold it all together. The paper alone, the I guess the fibers
Right.
hold it all together with the papercrete. And so this was a first experimental stone that I made at least 4 or 5 years ago, and
How
it's
long
been.
does it take to make something this big? Like the process itself?
Well, I had just a 2x4 block that was actually, maybe twice as long. I had 2 of these blocks made. One was half as thick, and then 2 more brick-sized ones.
Right.
And I still have those around. And the thinner one, which is only, maybe a 3/4 inch thick, that one eventually cracked, being it was in like a sinkhole, and so just from stepping on it over time, it eventually cracked, but it
Right.
didn't break apart. It just kind of like had a crack and sunk.
Yeah.
It's kind of like hemp cement, which a lot of people don't know about hemp cement, or like I'm a huge advocate on hemp and just
Right.
industrial hemp, medicinal hemp. When Governor Johnson was in office, I was with Delta 9 Group, and we ran Hemp TV on Channel 27. We produced a show. We had national ratings.
Wow.
We got into the press box with right next to like Fox News and CNN and C-SPAN, and we had our camera right there with a big old hemp TV and a big old ganja leaf right in the
Right.
center of it, and just promoting hemp and promoting medicinal use and just everything about that. So
That's awesome, man. And
so that's why I got into papercrete, was because I wanted to start building with hemp cement.
yeah, and that's why I invited you on, because you have so many different dimensions, so many things to offer. Definitely,
A
as
lot of
far
different
as
hats I wear.
yeah, and so you're going to be starting a blog with community publishing,
Right.
communitypublishing.org.
Right,
called
Back to
Back to
Nature.
Nature. Welcome to the Community Spotlight, brought to you by Community Publishing in partnership with ENTErtainment. We will be bringing you community-based information and entertainment from your local artists and community members. Community Publishing is dedicated to creating an alternative, independent media outlet. Today, our airwaves are saturated with commercial corporate media companies that often own 4 or 5 media outlets in one city or town. The Community Spotlight is our venue for promoting local artists and community members that are contributing to the vitality of our community. CommunityPublishing.org is our home base. At CommunityPublishing.org, you'll find the Community Spotlight as well as multimedia blog articles from local folks like you and I. You'll also find our multimedia books that support local artists while promoting literacy. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and Pinterest. We appreciate your support and thank you for tuning in. Community Publishing, from the community, for the community.
Right.
Publishing.org.
Right, Back to Nature.
Back to Nature. Can you talk to us a
Back
little
to
bit about
Nature with the Glassman. And basically it's how we can figure out ways of living a more sustainable lifestyle. Upcycling, basically like turning water bottles into self-watering containers where you basically just cut it in half, put a hole through the top, some kind of a material that will work as a wick. I tried to use t-shirts and found out that because they're probably bleached and chemical process, that they fell apart. And they started to just come apart. So then I had to re-wick a lot of my systems. Well, that was a good thing about the rail yards market, was walking around and just like not even asking anyone. I just like kind of bombarded people like, hey, let me show you this real quick, and just grab the bottle, had my knife, pulled out a pocket knife right there, cut it in half. I'm like, look at this, you can turn your bottles into planters. And by the time I had already cut it and everything and explained it, they were just in awe and asked me for them. And that's where I got the idea that they want these.
Yeah.
They came back, like, can I have another? I have two daughters at home.
It's the knowledge that you bring. It's tangible knowledge, and it's right there. And people, you know, it's right next door to them, but they don't want to turn, or they do, but they don't know how to. So that's part of what we're doing with this blog series. Is
slow.
You're showing people how to do this. It's not as time consuming as people might think, and it's worth the investment. So I want to get to Glassman, right? So it's Back to Nature with the Glassman. Tell us about the Glassman. Who is the Glassman?
Oh, the Glassman. It's my stage name. I've been blowing glass for 20 years. Actually, this summer will be my 20-year anniversary. I started in '95, right out of high school, and just was fortunate to have this blessing here to be able to blow glass.
Really nice stuff here.
I've done so much work. I started out making beads and like small pendants and getting into smoking accessories. You know, it's a huge market. And just like expand it from there. I had a teacher who he had just like 6 months of knowledge, and so he showed me what he did, what he knew
with glass.
Okay. And he learned in Eugene, Oregon, and basically from there we basically learned from other people's videos and books, and so we're self-taught in a sense from that point. And throughout the years, I've created so many different items and products. In 2010, the e-cig market, electronic cigarettes are huge now. Everyone's trying to get away from smoking cigarettes, so they're going with this. Is
this a piece of glass right there?
Yeah, it is. And basically, in 2010, I created the world's first glass strip tips. Went through a company who he had the idea of wanting to get some in glass, and he came to me and asked if I could create it. And I told him I knew I was going to be making something for the e-cig soon. I was trying to figure it out. So he gave me a plastic drip tip, which is a mouthpiece that goes on these. Like this one here, it's all fancy Sherlock style. And so we put them out in the market. First company ever to get it out there, and sold thousands of them. And then from there I expanded to cosmicglass.com, Cosmic with a K. And started my own e-cig accessories business. And
so is Cosmic Glass still
up and running? Yeah, it's still up and running. So I do e-cig accessories, as well as I love to do jewelry. And
I see that.
This year I got blessed, actually. Yeah, you can show that. That's the honey bear, the little love bear.
This would be great for kids. Marisol hasn't seen us. You're lucky.
Right.
Or I'm lucky, I guess. I also have to buy it from you.
This is a special piece here. I won't even get into that. But so this glass here is a special glass. A good friend of mine asked me if I could put cremains into glass. And so I didn't know if I could. I had heard about it. I had heard people are putting cremains into diamonds. All 5 of these here. These actually don't have cremains. These are the prototypes, and I used ash from incense. So none of these are actual cremains. those who bring me their cremains, they get them right back. I don't,
Right. Yeah.
you know, and because of my path now, I'm on a spiritual path where, you know, I follow a lot of the teachings of Jesus, the teachings of Buddha,
Right.
Gandhi, as well as Krishna. And recently just I've gotten so spiritually connected to where this is so special to me that I can be able to bless a person's life with memorial glass is what it is. And so I started Sealed with Love memorial glass, and I've had several orders already. And
Where can people get your glass?
well, you can find me online. You can look up the Glassman, Dan the Glassman. You can just Google me. CosmicGlass.com is the e-cig stuff. Right now, I just have a Facebook page for Memorial Glass, and so that's facebook.com/Memorial Glass.
Memorial glass.
And it's Sealed with Love. That's the name of it. And you can also just find me through my email, gardunoglass@gmail.com.
And then, of course, at communitypublishing.org, we'll have links to everything that you, everywhere that you sell stuff. And speaking of community publishing, this moon is from Princess Muddy Soul and the Moon Thieves, and also from Fiona the Funkadelic Freckle Fairy, which are two of our books. And you did a great job with this, Dan, I think.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I do a lot of custom work. It's what I'm known for, you know, custom orders. So whatever anyone wants, I can pretty much replicate. And, you know, if it's something simple that can be drawn, I can probably do it in glass too.
Right. How long does a piece like this take you? Just wondering.
That's a good, with the amount of detail with the eyes and the different colors on color, like I would say about 20 to 30 minutes. Something like this, though, very simple. It's just a little spiral inside of there. I do spiral pendants and mushroom pendants where you just stab a piece of glass into molten glass. The first ones took me about 45 minutes. Wow. Now I can do them about 2 in 5 minutes.
Right.
So I've become super quick with what I do now, and it's just,
you know, one thing that, well, one of the many things that I appreciate about you is that a lot of this stuff you're self-taught. You acquired it, and I'm thinking, you know, hey,
I love knowledge.
That's the natural.
And I love passing.
That's the natural way of things. I think, you know, you learn stuff and then you communicate it to someone else, or you know, cultural transmission. It's all self-taught. Right. We don't have to go to a university or somewhere, an institution to learn stuff. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, my favorite way of learning is from other people like you. So that was my learning impetus, hands-on, to start this video blog with you, Back to Nature, so you can now share this information.
Yeah, thank you for encouraging me to
videos,
because this would have just stayed in my bedroom.
Yeah,
you know, instead of trying to get it out to the masses. And
well, I want people to see the other side of you that we started with, the music side, and you know, you're not just another pretty face. Let's hear your pretty voice.
Only my mama would say that.
So here we go. Dan Garduno, the Glassman, is going to play. He plays with Element 37.
This song here, it's called While I'm Here. It's off of my solo CD titled The Glassman featuring Oahu.
Yesterday, I had everything I ever craved. It only took one day to take it all away. Disrupted my course and uprooted my dreams. Forcing me to change my strategy.
I will make right while I'm here. While I'm here. Tomorrow's another day. Life's precious games. Feeling numb from the pain. Want it to fade away. 'Cause all the images I've seen, hope you never know, you never know, you never know, you never know. 'Cause it'll only build my strength, forcing me to grow. I will make right while I'm here. Roam in the earth. But I will make right while I'm here. To raise life from birth. But I will make right while I'm here. Roam in the earth. But I will make right while I'm here. While I'm here. While I'm here. While I'm here. Yeah. Good job.
Thanks for playing it for us.
Thank
Could
you.
you let us know where you're going to be playing next and where we can get your
Yeah.
supply of music?
Actually, a big show that's coming up. We're doing it's called the Seeds and Bees Festival. It's March Against Monsanto. It's May 23rd.
Okay.
We normally will be marching like down Central or somewhere prominent in the public's eye. And
In Albuquerque?
possibly, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's a worldwide event, though. So you can go to Monsanto, marchagainstmonsanto.com, and probably find in your city, wherever you're at,
Right.
you can see that.
And then
So-
your music, of course, you can go to communitypublishing.org and we'll set up some links. But where else are you guys on? Reverb Nation?
Yeah, we have a few sites. Element 37 is at Facebook, Facebook/Element37. You can find us on SoundCloud.com/Element-37, as well as ReverbNation.com/Element37.
All right. And we look forward to the next Back to Nature episode. Thanks for coming, brother.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Appreciate it.
Alex. I appreciate it. Haribol.